Well, I don't know about you, but I've had a week, so I know you have too. But let me just start out by saying it's great to be home. You came home. It's great to be home. To all of you, I want to thank every single person who stood with us in this fight, whether it was volunteers, donors, voters, or what I see in here, lifelong friends. It's an honor of a lifetime to have your support. And I'll never forget everything that you did to stand up for the values that we share together. Look, folks, I just want to acknowledge the moment. It's hard. It's hard to lose. It's hard to understand while so many of our fellow citizens, people that we have fought so long and hard for, wound up choosing the other path. It's hard to reckon with what that path looks like over the next 4 years. So if you're feeling deflated, discouraged today, I get it. Take some time, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, take care of your community. There's a million ways to make a positive difference, and get back in this fight when you're ready. And know that whenever you're ready to get back in that fight, I'll be standing right here ready to fight the fight with you. And while we haven't had a whole lot of time to process this, I can tell you, even in the face of defeat and deep disappointment, I've never felt more inspired. I've never felt more motivated. I've never felt more fired up of what's possible in this country. You know, I've gotten to see an awful lot of America over the last 3 months, more than I ever thought I was going to see. But I have to be honest with you, what struck me everywhere I went, without exception, people really wanted the same basic things out of an American life. And I want to be clear, when I say basic things, I mean things like meaningful work, safe neighborhoods, good schools, affordable quality health care. But I also mean something more. It became clear to me, people want security. And I mean that broadly. They want to feel like their life is built on a solid foundation that won't collapse under them if the wind blows the wrong way or something happens. People want freedom to live their lives the way they want to live them. It's not the way maybe their neighbors wouldn't want to live them the same way, but the freedom is supposed to be everybody's birthright, not because of how much money you had or where your family came from, no matter who you love or how you prayed or what you think about the issues of the day are. And everywhere I've gone, I've had the opportunity to tell people how things work here in Minnesota. Nothing about Tuesday night changes any of that. Nothing. But here's what it did tell us. We're going to have to work a little harder. We're going to have to fight a little harder. We're going to have to organize a little harder. But I'm here today to tell you this. We can do it. No, that's the wrong one. We will do it, and we'll do it together. But I will say and acknowledge this. About 1.5 million of our fellow Minnesotans voted for the other side in this election. And while there might not be a place in our state for the most extreme elements of that agenda, there should be a place in our politics for everyone to be heard. I think sometimes we can be quick to judge people who don't agree with us, to assume that they act out of cruelty or fear or self-interest. I don't think that kind of judgment is helpful right now, and I don't think it's right. I think we ought to swallow, and this is me in this as I'm speaking about myself, swallow a little bit of pride and look a little harder to find common ground with our neighbors who didn't vote like we did in this election. Maybe we won't agree on every issue. Hell, maybe we won't agree on any issue. But maybe when the campaign signs come down, we all get a little break from the rhetoric and the TV ads and the fundraising texts, and I'm sorry about those. Maybe when we get a little break from this campaign that we're in, we'll be able to look at each other and see not enemies but neighbors. And maybe we'll be able to sit down over coffee or a Diet Mountain Dew and just talk. For my part, I'm going to try even harder to do that as governor. Nobody, not the DFLers, not Republicans, nobody has a monopoly on good intentions or good ideas. And now that this election is behind us, I'm going to try even harder to keep an open mind, open heart, and really listen to folks who don't support me or my policies, to work with everyone in the legislature to seek compromise and common ground. Because that's how we come back together after such a long time spent fighting each other. That's how we heal the rips in the fabric of our civic society, and that's how we move forward as one Minnesota. I still believe with all my heart, America can be a place where no child is left hungry, no community is left behind, and no one gets told they don't belong. Let's keep working to grow security, opportunity, and freedom for all our neighbors. Let's keep fighting for the things we believe in with compassion, with dedication, and with joy. And let's keep making Minnesota an example for the rest of this great nation. I love this country. I love this state. I love this job. And I'm not done fighting for Minnesota, not by a long shot. So thank you, Minnesota. Thank you, and let's get it done.